Yo, it's your boy Willie Joe, aka Stone Cold Steve Flossin. I need y'all to like and subscribe. We're gonna do this thing. We on the road to episode 100. We on a mission to get 100 episodes. So make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend. Kings of the Ring.
Next, let's move on to the Royalist.
The Royal List.
The Royalist. Today's list topics. Joe, you asked me, and I asked you,
yes, sir,
to come up with the top 5 female wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, of all time, Craig.
Of all time. And of course, when we start you off, why don't you do it first? Why don't you go ahead first?
Say my 5 or back and forth?
Back and forth. We usually do back and forth a little bit.
Okay. Top 5 females of all time wrestlers. Number 1, man, we gotta go Lita. She's off top. Lita did exactly what the Hardy Boys did, what Edge and Christian did. She did it for the females. It wasn't lit like that. No females was doing flips and doing all this type of shit till Lita came. So all these girls that's doing their thing right now that wrestle like that, you know, they would be doing if it wasn't for Lita, man.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Lita, number 1 on mine. All
right. Well, my number 5 is Trish Stratus. I say Trish Stratus. You know, she came at a time in a really weird place in the Ruthless Aggression era where like the women were actually like, you know, being treated like accurate good active wrestlers. And I want to thank Fit Finley for that. But she had some really great matches. You know, her rivalries with Lita, of course. Her rivalry with Ivory, Jazz, all over the women's title. Especially, and she's been around for a minute before she was a wrestler, but then when she got good at being a wrestler, she became a legend. And even like when she came back recently, when she had her feud recently, that's probably like some of the best work she's ever had in her career. With the whole "Thank You Trish" gimmick, like that was some really good work. And you know, we tell her, "Oh, this is Trish Stratus," like damn near 20 years later, and she's like doing the best work in her career. Like, okay, yeah. So yeah, my number 5 is Miss Trish Stratus.
Okay, Trish. Number 4 for me. Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair is a good one.
Charlotte Flair, man. Obviously daughter of a legend, Ric Flair.
Woo.
Sometimes, you know what I mean, sometimes the being the son or the daughter of the big wrestler before don't work out too well. You got rare people like Charlotte and Bob and Randy Orton, but sometimes you get Ted DiBiase Jr. and you get fucking Kurt Hennig. Fucking
hey, he's
you get fucking
he's the 8th longest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
What?
He's the 8th longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah,
I'm not making that up. That's a real stat. It was the 5th, but it was the 5th at one point, but he got kicked back down.
Anyways, she's easily could have been in that boat, but she held her own. She created her own legacy off of her dad's legacy. Great wrestler. Created a whole revolution, like, you know, brought the women wrestling back when it would die down. You know, part of the movement that brought it back. So, salute to Charlotte, man. Charlotte number 4 for me.
Okay. My number 4, probably like a really important figure, female wrestler in history. She's currently active, and she even had a big feud with Charlotte Flair when she came to the company. Had a huge undefeated streak amongst debuting. Give me Asuka. You say that, you do this whole
you know, we saying of all time, right? Not fucking the roster right now.
You don't know Asuka like that. You just don't know Asuka like that. Man, I'm counting her work when she was fucking Kana back in Japan as well. I'm counting like all-encompassing knowledge of Asuka. And she's always been good, but now that she's like, you know, she's like kind of older now. When she was like in her prime, like back in Japan, moving crazy. Them Joshi's like get down like extremely insane. Like I need to assign you some homework to watch like a Joshi match at one point. But Asuka, when she came into the even if we're just talking about her WWE accolades, she was undefeated for a long ass time. She held the women's champion for a long ass time. She was a really long running NXT women's champion. Like Asuka was presented really really well when she debuted, and she's being presented really well over the years. Now her undefeated streak did stop at when she got defeated at WrestleMania by Charlotte Flair, but the presentation of Asuka as soon as she came in is really crazy and really insane. It makes me think like there was an old adage by Vince Russo that he said like back in the day when he was booking like the old WCW that you'll never see a Japanese wrestler get over here in America. And though that's not true, obviously now we have several Japanese wrestlers that are over in America now. Not even just the women, Io Sky, Asuka, Kazuchika Okada, Kinosuke Takeshita. Like there's a bunch of Japanese wrestlers now that are over here in America. Even one was like
said over.
Over as in like, super popular and super like, resonating with the audience and winning championships as well. All four of the names I've won are like have been like some like degree of champion here. 3 out of the 4 were world champions here in America. So
this scripted, right?
I know it's scripted.
That is crazy.
I'm just saying this because Asuka was like one of the first to break that mold when it came in. When she came in, even she's like really important to like women's wrestling in general too. So my number 4 is Asuka.
All right. Asuka, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The blowing the mist out her mouth version.
The mist is cool. Don't fake like the mist isn't cool.
Well, she got that from what's my man name back in the day?
Tajiri, and before that, Great Muta.
Before that, Great Muta. There you go, Great Muta. She got that from Great Muta. Cause
still looks good, man. Ain't nobody doing it like Asuka.
My number 3, Becky
Lynch,
the man. And the reason I do that, I mean, obviously, same reasons for Charlotte as far as being a part of, that crew that really brought it back. But Becky is really fire. She can really wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
She can really hold a match. She can hold a feud from the mic. Like, she just, when I thought about it, I'm like, just her whole get down is really elite. Like it's always been like a step above. I never liked it, the man.
You don't like the man gimmick?
Nah, I just like the rapper Ken the Man. I don't like that either. I don't like no female talking about she a man. Like, the hell out of here. So that kind of stopped me from really rocking for real. But then I let that go. I start paying attention. And I'm like, Becky Lynch, man, she damn near like one of the best of all time.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely in the conversation for that. My number 3 is Chyna. Breaking the mold when she came in, when she like was in WWF, when she was around, her look was completely different to all the other women wrestlers. How little they were around that time. She came in as Triple H's bodyguard while she was DX. With DX, and then she's still the only woman to this day to be Intercontinental Champion, or the men's Intercontinental Champion, rather. And she's doing it twice too. Great feuds with Jeff Jarrett, great feuds with Jericho. Great feud with Jericho over the belt. Even got to a place like when she was actually crowned the women's champion, it felt a little bit beneath her. But when she went off Ivory at WrestleMania, that was a pretty good moment as well. But just like the impact of how, she wasn't in the company long, but when she was, like, she made that grand impact. Like, when you think of D-Generation X and, like, Triple H, you think of Chyna around that time.
Yeah, she had matches with dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Was unheard of.
Exactly. And won men's championships. The next time that would happen is when Tessa Blanchard beat Eddie Edwards for the TNA title. But TNA doesn't like to talk about that because of obvious reasons. But she set the standard to be like corrected upon like years later. So yeah, my number 3 is Chyna.
Okay, Chyna. My number 2, I don't know if I'm saying the name. Is it Fabulous Moolah?
Fabulous Moolah?
Fabulous Moolah.
Oh my God.
Number 2 is Fabulous Moolah. I'm gonna tell you why though.
Mm-hmm.
Put some fucking respect on the nigga that paved the way for all these girls. She used to run shit to where motherfucker couldn't even win, nigga, if she was around, nigga.
Oh, she was running shit already.
She was running shit.
She was running shit already.
What that mean?
She was running shit already.
What that mean?
Look, man, I saw that one documentary. I can't think nothing else about Moolah, bro.
Nah, Moolah was a boss. Let's call her Madam, dog. You know what I mean? You're just too young to know about that life. But you know what I mean? She definitely did her thing, man. She started like the 50s.
I think like 50s, 60s, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 50s, 60s, bro. She been doing her thing. Man, she went from 50s and 60s running things, 70s being a star, to even fast forwarding her and her being with goddamn Mark Henry, bro. When Mark Henry had her in the bed.
That was Mae Young.
That's who I mean.
Mae Young's not even a wrestler, bro.
Phyllis Moolah. I'm talking about Phyllis Moolah. They look alike though.
I mean, kinda. There's like old white.
They're like sisters, ain't they?
No. They're friends.
Okay.
In storyline.
Yeah, man. Phyllis Moolah, man. Put respect on
her. Okay, if you say so. Number 2, I call her China, but she can actually wrestle. Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's my number 2. She has like when she came into the game and when she was in NXT compared to now, it was a totally different presentation. Like I see him looking at me. I see him at the corner of my eye how he's looking at me. But I'm kind of kidding with the whole China, but she can wrestle, kind of not. But she's a really good like dominant force in the women's division. As you know, I've been asking for a long time. I need like some sort of Brock Lesnar type to come into the women's division and just wreck shit. You know, I need like some big, like strong woman just to come in here and wreck the fucking roster. And though we haven't gotten that quite yet, I do think that the closest we've gotten so far was Rhea Ripley in her like era of dominance, whether she was a babyface or a heel.
Raquel Rodriguez doing it right now as we speak.
She's not wrecking the roster though. I mean, like I need somebody who's like an actual like Brock Lesnar, like who just like runs in, beating the roster. I'm world champion now. Deal with it. Like some 02-04 Brock Lesnar type shit. Like that's what I want from the women's roster.
Jordynne Grace can do that.
Jordynne Grace could do that, but she could do that. Jade Cargill could have done that too with a little more training. Because she has the presentation for like to be like this beast of the women's roster.
Not coordination.
Not. And I really wish we would have gotten that when Awesome Kong was in the company, but whatever. But anyway, I really like Rhea Ripley's. Huh?
Sis.
Shut up, bro. I really like I really like her presentation. I like her moveset as well. Like the Riptide is a really good move. She's really good on the mic as well. She's a multiple time world champion, and I feel as though there's like this aura of like a top. Oh, okay, this is a top star in the women's division. Like nobody's really doing it like her. So Rhea Ripley is my number 2.
Okay. My number 1, you said her, Trish Stratus. It's definitely number 1. Full package. You know what I mean? Especially them times, a women wrestler wasn't really good looking. Wasn't quite good looking to the eye back then.
Like the actual like wrestler like or
the way you look in the face. Like you wasn't attractive. For real. No, don't even know why you doing that. None of them. But then she came. Well, Sable obviously, but she came.
Sable was
bad.
She wasn't really a wrestler. She didn't even really want to wrestle when she came in. She was just with her husband Mark Mero. They just kind of gave her the. I mean, yeah, but like, okay, all right, not important. Continue. Continue.
Well, she was one attractive, could wrestle her ass off, badass, had great feuds with Lita and a couple other people.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed her. I even like how she pops up every now and then now, and like how they be in Canada and she come and do a special tag with Trish Stratus and help get her off the ground. Like she playing a good role right now too. So let's see if that's what legends will do. I mean, so
okay.
Trish Stratus.
Before I get to my number 1, I have some honorable mentions. I mentioned her already. Awesome Kong. She was Karma in like the few weeks she was in WWE. Awesome Kong was amazing. Like, she is what I wanted in a big dominating force for the women's division, and it's a shame that she had to end her career due to early pregnancy. But I'm just thinking about, like, during that time of the PG era, we actually have a woman who's like a big threat. Exactly what I want. I really hope we get someone like that. But her career in general, whether it's her bouts in Japan or her bouts in TNA, Awesome Kong has been good for a while. Another one, she's part of the TNA Hall of Fame. Gail Kim is another Hall of Famer for TNA at least. Has had really good matches over in TNA at least. But WWE, her career didn't really like pan out that well.
Okay.
But another one. Another honorable mention, I gotta bring up Alundra Blaze, or Medusa as she was in WCW.
That was a good one.
WCW really gave her a raw deal, unfortunately. I kind of wish they kept up their promise that they gave her. Like, hey, you come in here, we're gonna make a women's division and we're gonna center it around you. There were 3 people who held the women's title, and she was not one of them in WCW. And one of them was a man. And that's insane to me. But Alundra Blaze was really good as well. And Victoria is another one. Another honorable mention of mine.
Okay. Victoria, huh?
Mm-hmm. And just to wrap out some of my other honorable mentions, Victoria, Jazz, and Mickie James. All 3 of those women are in the conversation in my honorable mentions. But my number one, you said already, my number one female wrestler of all time, is Lita. It's got to be Lita. It's got to be Lita.
I mean, yeah, Jeff Hardy, Lita. Makes sense.
Even before she was like, after she was like, she was done with the Hardy Boys association, when she was running around with S.A. Rios when he was IC champion. Don't know if you remember that guy, S.A. Rios, but she was really entertaining there. Good as with the Hardy Boys as well. Good in her own solo career. Classic match with Trish Stratus for the women's title, where she almost broke her fucking neck. But classic match with that. She's like a Jeff Hardy, she gets the crowd going. Shirt comes off when she's about to do that moonsault. Crazy. And when she had her little comeback career as well, rather recently, she can still go. So good on her. But man, I don't think there's ever been a moment or a wrestler that encapsulates women's wrestling or pure awesomeness that could be women's wrestling, especially around that time in Ruthless Aggression, than Lita. The amount of feuds, the amount of look, even people nowadays, you going down the street, hey, women's wrestler, a lot of people will say they like Lita. She has that look. She's like a Jeff Hardy, except she's better on the mic than Jeff Hardy. And I love Jeff Hardy, but that man cannot talk. But but she's like a Jeff Hardy that can talk. And even when she turned heel with Edge in that ugly Matt Hardy situation, she was great as a heel. She got hate. She was able to get booed. She was smarmy and everything. She did really well. I wish her last match was a little bit more, or last match, her first the end of her first run was ended a lot better than it did. I'd rather not have one of my favorite, my favorite women's wrestler, have their birth control be handed out by Crime Time on live TV. But it's whatever. I'm not Vince McMahon. But yes, I think Lita is the number one best female wrestler of all time.
Good choice.
Well, Khalil, aka the third Hardy Boy. We're on a route to be at a podcast club of 100 episodes. We'll get there only by you guys. So if you like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, make sure you leave us a like, give us a subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know how you're liking the product. Appreciate y'all.